Salute. How y'all doing? This is Derek Williams. Back at y'all again with another video. Just one boy in the comment section on YouTube. I just went to do a little quick recap of where I was yesterday. I went to the 2018 All Black National Convention, hosted by Kenny Gamble, Boyce Watkins, and the Black Business School. And basically it just reaffirmed what I already knew with regards to black people. When we on our A game, it's pretty much nothing we can't do. And essentially, that's all I had to say with regards to the with the convention itself. But it was a very deep day. It seemed like the 8 hours that I was there went by like nothing because there's so many interesting speakers like Dr. Claude Anderson, Michael Imhotep of the African History Network. You definitely want to follow that dude. He a smart dude with regards to our history on the continent and here. All right. Also, I wanted to say right quick that the term African American ain't that old, but you hear a lot of black people use the term African American. When I first heard it, I thought that was fly, and I was using it for about 8 or 9 months until I got wind that somebody, either Jesse Jackson or somebody in that camp, a civil rights person, came up with that term as a feel-good term. But when you stop and think about the way you're here in this country, typically what happens is that you have to be naturalized coming from another country, go through the process, and then you can maybe put a hyphen in your name. Like, for instance, if I come from Nigeria like Hakeem Olajuwon did, and Nigeria obviously is in Southwest Africa, so he's African. If he moves here, goes through the process, and he becomes naturalized, at that point, he can say he's an African American. But I'm from Greenville, Mississippi. I was born here. I'm native born. So just a little tidbit about the term African American. And if I'm not mistaken, the New York Times carried that story, and it's still up on the internet if you want to do some digging. Again, I'm one of them type people. I don't talk about it if I ain't looked into it. Again, I ain't one of the smartest people, but I do pride myself on my memory, and I sure enough read that story on the internet about the genesis of the term African American. So I don't use it. I tell my daughter the same thing I just told y'all. That's something that's just made up as a feel-good thing. I'm of African descent without question. People that started civilization, they look like me. We of African descent. So there you go. Also, when you stop and think about it, the pyramids, you know, the cosmos, you know, the Dogon tribe, they charted the stars, and people to this day still in wonderment on the how the Dogon tribe was able to chart the stars and the pyramids. No one know the construction of them, but folks that look like you and I did that. Also, with regards to white folks, this ain't no knocking them. This just a fact. In 1990 or 91, if I'm not mistaken, you can pull this up as well. Time magazine did a feature story, and the title of it was called The Way We Were. And they confirmed, you didn't have to go to the nation to hear this. They confirmed, their scientists confirmed that yes, when black people was civilizing the planet, they was in caves, naked. This is actual fact. You can look this up for yourself. You can drop a comment in the description box and say, Derek, you don't know what you're talking about. But again, I don't talk about it if I ain't looked into it. All right. Now, also, I want to come on back here about being black and loving black, and more importantly, supporting black business. Mr. Terry Williams out of Capitol Heights, Maryland, he has a product that I just got wind of thanks to my man Ryan McCrary. It's called Shea Butter Like Whoa. I use the Black Passion Shea Butter, and Lord Jesus, it's good. You're going to have to look on this man's website. Again, it's Shea Butter Like Whoa. I emailed him and told him I was going to give him a shout out on my channel. So, Mr. Williams, since you're Williams, I had to shout you out, and I had to support you. So, salute. But I never did like the fact that people in the DMV, shout out to Sugar Sister Stacy, I never liked the fact that people in the DMV would refer to people like me as Bammers. Never liked that. All right? And my last points are some housekeeping. Salute to Philly Tech Reviews, one of my newest subscribers. I think I'm up to about 110 subscribers. And thank all y'all for listening, because you sure ain't got to listen to me. My last point is a shout out and salute to my man's Doggy Diamond. I run with that boy out of Brooklyn, New York. He's one of the first public figures that I'm aware of that actually had the guts to say that, look, Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart ain't funny. You can hear what he had to say about it on his website. He did a live concerning it. Where won't you find a Tiffany Haddish on the block somewhere? Loud, a girl, and all this old ignorant stuff. And Kevin Hart just loud, ain't funny, and you use your kids as a punchline in your routine. Don't respect you just off that. Oh yeah. Also, before I forget, too, a little. I'm gonna go back to Mr. Williams and his product. Is they're certified organic, 100%, and you want to try to find clean products. Of course, you can't escape everything, a lot of chemtrails and things like that. But however, did you know that most commercial lotions, Jergens, and all them, the Avon products, they have this chemical in it called sodium lauryl sulfate. This is a confirmed carcinogen. So if you wonder why your hormones are messing up or why people develop cancer, you may want to look into why, or you may want to look into the products that you put on your body. On average, women use about 9 personal care products every time they come up out the bathtub. Also, with your deodorant, you have aluminum in it, which is a heavy metal. This is why they call it an antiperspirant. You won't sweat. However, the body is not detoxifying. Obviously, when you sweat, the body is trying to get rid of toxins and things like that. Well, it's a buildup because obviously the aluminum is blocking your pores. So if you wonder why you have hormonal problems and other autoimmune diseases, things like that, it's probably, some of that may be in part to the personal care products that you use. A good website, and I told this to Mr. Williams, maybe he'll look into it, and you can too. It's a independent third party database based in Washington called the Environmental Working Group. You just type in Cheerios, and it'll tell you the cancer scale from 1 to 10. So again, this is called the Environmental Working Group. You might want to look into it. So again, thank y'all for watching. Today is Sunday, so back in Philly, they be out in the park. A place called the Plateau is where everybody go. So again, this is Derek Williams. Y'all take care of yourself. Greenville, Mississippi till I die.